Hi, I'm Rachel Serene with Serene & Co. I'm the interior designer behind this awesome Make's Challenge project. I was hired to bring a cohesive vision to all of the elements of this space, from the cabinet choices, to the faucets, to the lighting, to the fabrics, to the plants, so that it looks good and intentional in the end.
This episode is sponsored by Krylon. Make any project your own with Krylon.
So when I design, I love to start with one element that helps me choose my aesthetic and my color palette. And in this case, I worked with the homeowner to pick a fabric that we both loved to go from there. So you could see this lovely palm Tommy Bahama print is going to be dictating our colors. And it also gave us the ability to do a really fun Palm Springs vintage vibe. So I can't wait to show you how it turns out.
I'm here with Brian Kramer, editor of Better Homes and Gardens Do-It-Yourself magazine.
Thank you for inviting me to this amazing deck, but it's so much more than a deck.
Absolutely. And I just wanted to sit down and talk to you about some of the trends we're seeing, both from a do-it-yourself perspective and colors and trends and things that we are seeing in 2023 that we think will carry on and, for years to come.
Absolutely. So. And this space exemplifies both of those things. I mean, from a style standpoint, we are embracing such an interesting array of pinks. There's like baby pink, there's soft pink, there's hot pink, and it's all kind of playing out here. We've got this great array of greens, which of course we've got a beautiful Tampa location, so very green, which was a really smart color choice to play with. And then we've got these motifs.
Sure.
It's botanical, it's the ocean, it's tropical. You played with it. It wasn't just one thing.
Absolutely. And
I love that.
You mentioned we're in Tampa and we embrace the tropical theme, but do you think the tropical theme plays elsewhere too?
Absolutely. I think everybody wants to be in the tropics, even in the Midwest, even in the northern Midwest. I know that coming from Des Moines, Iowa, where Better Homes is based, yes, we love the tropical motifs. But not only tropical, I think botanical in any form. I think that has, not a fad. People love florals. They love those kind of classical, even Victorian, scientific botanicals, where we're seeing kind of the specimens. And I love that one of the colors of the year that we're featuring is Spanish moss.
Yes.
Which is this green that it's deep, it's warm,
But it almost plays as a neutral, like we were talking before.
Yes.
So it is great to balance things out. We mentioned we have a lot of pinks going on, but that Spanish moss really does ground it too.
And even though it's Spanish moss and it's very tropical, I feel like it could be anywhere. I feel any home could use a touch of this deep green.
Sure.
In an accent, in a wall, in pillows.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So what kind of things would you, for a backyard makeover like this, where should you splurge or spend the money, and where should you save? You opened that door.
I did. I think that it is so important for your hard surfacing, which would include your deck, to not skimp on that.
Okay.
I love the product that you selected, and I've seen the team that worked with all of it. They're working with this like it's hardwood.
Absolutely.
It does everything that pressure treated lumber or cedar would do, and they've applied it in some amazing places, including wrapping.
Down below, absolutely.
Yes.
Below deck.
Below deck, yes, below deck we have it. They did the floor, they did the drink rail in it. So there's lots of great ways to use a quality material. I think that your furniture, whether you build it or buy it, I think it's fun to go to the mass market stores and pick up something for $100 or
Right.
$50 and live that for a summer. But I do think there's a real worth to buying good pieces.
Okay.
Or building good pieces. Pieces that are going to be around for many seasons. I love that you found a really great sofa, for example, and you recovered the brand new cushions, but to make it fun.
Right.
And in 2-3 years, maybe 5 years, depending. I mean, Tampa's a little more aggressive in terms of its weather. Yes. But the frame is so cool because this structure is so unique and so solid. You can add lighting. You know, this very inexpensive lighting project was actually less than an hour for us to wire this up.
Oh, what was entailed in that?
Well, it's a basket.
Right.
First, we couldn't find the light fixture that we wanted in the time frame that we wanted it. So that is actually a mass market basket and a light kit and utility knife.
There you go.
So that was just, what a great shell to then add this like special touch. That's a great story. And it actually, we were using it last night and it has a lovely glow. It's like just enough to, freshen a drink and so
Right.
everybody looks good under this light, you know?
Yes, I think that sometimes that we have fun with do-it-yourself styles or when we're renovating and designing, that it's okay to mix different types of things. So we've got a little modern, we've got a little transitional, we've got a little traditional, we've got coastal,
Vintage.
bohemian, vintage.
I mean,
Absolutely.
our Marlin here,
Yes,
super
Marlin,
vintage.
the Marlin.
The Marlin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and our pottery, we did some vintage pottery and just, having fun. The parrot behind you, I think, or toucan, I'm sorry, is also vintage.
Yes.
So from a do-it-yourselfer's perspective,
Yes.
we did transform this whole backyard. But there are there are things that we can take away from every
Yes.
level. What do you think?
Well, we have created zones. You have created zones. And I think that people should take a fresh look as it's starting to warm up, as you're getting itchy to get back in the garden, back in the yard, and look at how you use whatever size yard you have. If it's a little 8x10 patch of grass, if it's a half acre,
Right.
what are the zones? What are the functions that I do? We have an area for sunning. We have an area for cocktails and conversation.
Yes.
But then you have a kitchen. You have a grill area. You have a cleanup station. So not everything has to go inside the house.
Right.
You've got a great table. And in a very small footprint, you have fit all those things in. And that's what I love about what this exemplifies. It's about the possibility. I mean, that's what do-it-yourself is about. It's about looking at, what you have and sort of the limitations. I mean, we all have a certain budget, a certain square footage, but you can do so much within that.
Sure.
You can build a palapa, but you could also just find a piece of vintage furniture and spray paint it in the color of the year. And, you do that in 20 minutes, it dries, and it's ready for the party that night, and you put it out there and you put some snacks on, and people say, where did you get this amazing piece? And it's that pride of ownership of, oh, I just painted this little thing I found,
Yes.
and,
Yes, I
and
love that.
It's storytelling.